Oh, we are live! How are we, lads? Come on, the footy! The footy's back! Guys, subscribe to the channel. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Yeah! The Cowboys win it! Woo! Welcome back to the YouTube channel. I'm Nick from Australia. Welcome to the Sunday Football Review for round 23 of the 2022 NRL season. We saw two games of football today. We saw the Dragons beat the Titans 46 points to 26. And we saw the Raiders come back from 22 points to 8 down to beat the Knights 28-22 down there in Newcastle. I'm joined by rugby league YouTuber Pro Enzo Vids. Lorenzo, how you going, bro? At least we got some better games today, unlike yesterday.
Yeah, you're right. At least it was a bit of quality for once, because Saturday was just fucking all one-sided, obviously. But no, look, I'm going all right. Look, obviously not the greatest after the Manly game, but it is what it is, and yeah, look, I'm just keen to review both games today.
Well, mate, it's fucking funny how the first game of the round was one of the games of the year, and the last game of the round was probably the other good game this week, and every other game was a flogging. Now, I don't want to be negative, I really don't, but this is probably the worst round of the season. Six bloodbath games,
all one-sided. Like, it's just not good for the game. All this.
How'd you go with your tips, by the way, bro? I got one wrong, and that was the Broncos.
I would have got 6 out of 8, but luckily I changed my tips to the Raiders in the end, because I obviously got the Rabbitohs. I got the Rabbitohs and the Panthers game wrong, but I had Newcastle. So.
I got them all right, but the Broncos, mate. I don't know why I took the Broncos. I thought maybe at home they would, show something, but unfortunately that didn't happen. But I had a good round with tipping, 7 from 8. I was fighting off there for a while. I think I was coming second or first in the comp, and then I dropped to about 4th or 5th. I think I don't know what I would be at now, but that was a good round for me for tipping wise. So I did pretty well this weekend. But welcome to the Sunday Football Review, everyone. I hope you guys are all doing well. Hello to everybody in the live chat. I want to have a look at the live chat actually. Hello to Jason Reader, SS Storm fan is here, Mr. Lachlan, CJ Moxley, Bosky in the house. Who else we got here? We got FTG Videos in the house. SS Storm. Luke Melbourne Storm fans here. We got Hooson in the chat as well. So it's good to see the crowd building up for the Sunday Football Review. All right, Lorenzo, we're going to get into it now, and we're going to go back to the very first game this afternoon, which was the 2 o'clock game out at Wollongong at WIN Stadium. The Dragons 46, the Titans 26. The Dragons at home, they showed up. It was a great day out at Wollongong there. It looked awesome. Dragons with a nice win, bro.
Oh yeah, like definitely, it was a win that probably was needed to I guess end the final game at WIN Stadium with a win. But there was like a time where I thought Titans could have maybe won because of the comeback, but thank God Dragons won though. That was good for them.
It was good for them. It was a really big win for the Dragons this afternoon. A win that will probably have them finish 10th on the ladder. Most likely. They'll probably finish 10th. Yeah. So, a better year than what everyone said. A lot of people at the start of the year had the Dragons bottom 4 wooden spoon contender. They, again, missed the top 8, but they've done well to finish, I guess, in contention for the top 8. They haven't gone that bad this year. They've been decent. They have probably lost a few games that they should have won, which is going to cost them a final spot in the end. But they've had a reasonable season. I just think everyone's a bit over panicking with the Dragons' expectations. Obviously, I had them in my top 8, and looking back on it, it actually wasn't a bad tip because they're going to miss out just. But the Titans, oh mate, they are fucking horrible.
they're shit, eh? Like I don't understand what's wrong with Titans. They can score points, but they just cannot defend either. So that they're at the bottom of the ladder for a reason, I reckon.
Is Justin Holbrook going to get the sack?
I don't think so, but they might give him like 5 or 6 rounds next year to prove that he's fixing the side. But he's on the brink of it.
Yeah, he's under a lot of pressure now. In case you guys don't know, during every single NRL game, I'm on Twitter. I'm tweeting away. I'm enjoying the game on Twitter. I'm following. I'm on Twitter. I love Twitter. I think it's entertaining as fuck.
Yeah.
You can get away with a bit on Twitter. And I was on there this afternoon, and I put up a post on Twitter, and I said, what did I say? I said the Titans are fucking dog shit or something. I'm just going to find the actual tweet. Bear with me. Give me 10 seconds, and I'll get this tweet up for you guys. I put up a tweet and I said the Titans are shit. Well, they clearly are shit. They are in the bottom 4 for a reason. And there was this absolute fucking clown who was very upset about what I said. And what he said was, how different the half would have been if we got as many 50-50 calls as the Cowboys get week in, week out. So we had to go at me about how the Cowboys get all the dodgy calls. Have you not heard of Melbourne? Have you not heard of the Roosters? Have you not heard of the big teams that always get it? Have you not heard of Penrith? So I reply back, the Cowboys have nothing to do with this tweet. You're just upset. Would you like some tissues? Now, how often do the Cowboys get dodgy calls in their favor?
No, never really.
I think if you look back on the history of the game, the Cowboys have had more calls go against them than actually go their way. Now, this guy replies back, yeah, I'll make sure I keep a box for you when the Cows are out second week of the finals. So I'm just like, okay then. So I decide to reply back, oh, that's cute, buddy. You're a typical Titans fan. You should be used to your team being so shit. You can't win this discussion, buddy. And I said, go and fuck yourself. So, and then this guy had to go. He goes, oh, I've really hit a nerve, haven't I, you toothless Gronk? You call me a toothless Gronk. Fucking interesting comments there. Don't know why you think you're winning anything, let alone the Cowboys, you muppet. And I'm just like, well, hang on, buddy. Am I not allowed to believe in my team? We are second for a reason. If your team is second on the ladder, of course you're going to believe you can win the comp. And then he had to go, and I said, you're nothing but a fucking clown, and you're a loser, and go fuck yourself. And then I got a message on social media from a friend of mine, and he says, I'm not the one using Twitter to be a homophobic bigot.
What the fuck? What? That makes no sense.
I think he's trying to say the word faggot without actually writing the word faggot. Now, this guy on Twitter would have to be one of the most delusional clowns I've ever come across, this Titans fan. His name on Twitter is at NHOOG79. So NHOOG79. His name was Nath. He was very upset on Twitter this afternoon. It's okay. It's okay to be upset. If your team is shit, I understand. I have been there. I've seen my team be shit before. But, buddy, you're a Titans fan. Shut your fucking mouth. You have nothing to say. Titans fans have nothing to say. They are a terrible team. They are a terrible club. They haven't won fuck all in their history. They're not going to win anything anytime soon anyway. They're a fucking garbage team. You could throw me on the wing and I'll score a fucking try against them. That's how bad they are. And then you got this fucking clown who decides to become a bit of a troll on Twitter. Well, you, my friend, can go and fuck yourself and stay off social media. Go cry back into your mum's basement and do something with your life, you sad cunt. Go get fucked.
Oh, that's all the Titans fans, eh? Like, we've already had so many run-ins with particular ones, but they're so...
Oh, yeah, in particular, the guy on YouTube with the 3 letters. But Titan supporters, man, they are very hard to deal with.
I agree. Fucking idiots, eh?
Very, very hard to deal with. And if anyone was at the Dragons Titans game this afternoon, well, let me know how many Titans fans actually flew down for the game.
Yeah, it's
I
true.
want to know what were the numbers for the Titans fans there at Wollongong this afternoon. I'd love to know. I
Probably 20.
really want to know.
Probably 20. You'd be lucky to get 20 or 30.
I don't know how many they got, but it's just ridiculous. Fucking Titan supporters. I mean, you get some good ones. I mean, trust me, there are some decent blokes out there that
Yeah.
support the Titans, but most of them that I've ran into, it's always been drama. The only Titans fan that I think's actually a reasonable bloke, and I think's a great bloke, and I like the guy a lot. Jimmy Miller, he's been on the
Nice.
channel a few times. He's the only Titans fan that I can actually talk to without having an argument.
More respectful. More respectful.
He's the most respectful Titan supporter I've ever seen. He's a great bloke.
Yeah, no, he's been on my channel too, and he's a great person to talk to.
I need to go down and fucking catch up with him and have a beer and just meet him. He's a good bloke. But come on, Titans fans, pull your fucking heads in. What about this game, Lorenzo? This was a high scoring game with no defense. What were your thoughts on this game this afternoon?
Yeah, it was very back and forth, like heaps of errors, heaps of momentum shifts. Like there was times where I thought the Dragons looked in control, but at the same time, Titans looked like they had the game as well. But I think both sides. I think this was typical bottom eight footy. Both sides leaking heaps of points and that. So yeah, it wasn't the best game.
Well, if Zach Lomax's goal kicking wasn't shit, they would have got 50, bro, because they scored 46 points. Lomax kicked 5 from 9. He missed 4 goals today. If he kicks some goals, the Dragons score 52.
Yeah, well, that's true. I mean, Lomax has been very, very hasn't been great with kicking actually.
Yeah, he's the wind apparently down there today was a bit all over the place. It was quite windy.
Okay.
Well, we're going to go for the try scorers now. Obviously, we're not going to go through more like play-by-play because we'll be here to fucking midnight. But the try scores for the Dragons this afternoon was Talatai Monet once again, Talatai Moga, Feagai, Jaden Sullivan, Jack Bird, Talatai Monet for his double, Moga for a double, Moga for a hat-trick, and then Jack Bird for a double. Unbelievable. And for the Gold Coast, tries to AJ Brimson, David Fafita, Beau Fermor, and Jojo Fafita on the wing. How good is that young 5'8" for the Dragons, Monet? He's just getting better and better, isn't he?
For sure. Yeah, like the way he's playing, he's finding some form because he started slow at the start of the year, but I think he's starting to get some confidence, and this is why he's getting all the praise now. He's playing great.
He could be anything, bro. I'm a big fan of Amone. I think he needs to be the Dragons 5'8" going forward. I think he's a really good young prospect, and he's getting better and better the more he plays. I think he's scored 4 tries in his last 2 games now. So good on Amone. Oh no, he scored 5 tries in his last 2 games. Sorry, he scored he scored 3 last week. He scored a double today. So Amone, really good young 5'8", and Ben Hunt's doing a good job in teaching him as well, and just taking him under his wing. And look at him now. He's just getting better and better.
Yeah, it's good to see for a young kid, especially after a slow start.
Absolutely. Also, Talatai Moga, mate, turning back the clock today, scored a hat-trick. I couldn't believe it.
Yeah, I mean, that was probably one of the last players I would have expected to score a hat-trick today, but it says a lot about the Titans and their defense. They let him score 3 tries because I don't think he's ever been rated too highly, to be honest.
I think Moga had a decent run at the Cowboys and the Broncos. I remember he was reasonable up there. He's been around at a few clubs now and been pretty much a backup player. But no, I thought he was good today. He did his job well. Also, I thought the performance of Jack Bird was fantastic. Jack Bird played lock. He had his best game of the year probably today. He was fantastic.
Yeah, he was very good actually. Watching him play was it was good to see because he needs some good games under his belt. So it was good. He had a good one today.
Yeah, I think Jack Bird this year has been playing all over the place. Playing 1 week at centre, 1 week at back row, 1 week at 5'8", 1 week on the bench as a 14, and now he's playing a bit of lock. And I thought he was fantastic today. So maybe that's his position going forward, lock. Maybe
it could be. Yeah, it could be.
The Gold Coast, mate. Who would you say was their best player this afternoon?
It even though he had some bad moments, I thought Jane Campbell probably was. Campbell, Brimson come to mind, but probably Campbell just because he looked pretty controlled at the back. But yeah, it wasn't much standouts for them.
I'd probably go Bo Fermor as their best player, to be honest.
Yeah, actually, that's a good one.
He had a good game, Bo Fermor. I thought he was very good. All right, well, we're going to move on from this game in just a second. But, mate, who would your top 3 players on ground be from the Dragons-Titans game this afternoon?
So number 3, I'm going to go with Jane Campbell as well. I think that he did nothing in my top 3. Number 2, probably Jack Bird, because, he was obviously great in the middle, so really impressed me. And my man of the match, it's pretty easy to go as Hartian Murray, but I'm going to go a bit different. I'm going to go Jack DeBellin for my man of the match. I thought DeBellin was really good in the middle. His defense was fantastic.
Yeah, look, I'll go number 3. I'll go with Tautai Moga. Thought he was good. Number 2, I'll go with Amone, the young 5'8". And man of the match, I'm going Jack Bird, bro. 2 tries at lock. Thought he was fantastic. He was involved in everything as well. That try he set up for Moga's when they went down the right-hand side where they went out the back, Bird to Moga. That was a brilliant try. So
that was great.
Jack Bird, my man in the match. Dragons, too good for the Titans, 46 points to 26. Dragons outclassed the Titans out of Wollongong. And final game, Canberra Raiders 28, Newcastle Knights 22. Newcastle led 22-8 at halftime and lost the game 28-22. Newcastle choked hard.
Yeah, well, you know what? It's lucky because before the game started, I tipped the Raiders. Well, I had Knights originally for the whole week, but because Tyson Brazil and Daniel Saifidi were ruled out, I changed my tips to the Raiders, and I think that at times I was like, nah, I shouldn't have done it because Knights were winning out half from when they were leading at halftime 22 to 8. But I think that, like I did that because Raiders were just too good and Knights were just shit in the end.
Yeah, you're not fucking wrong. The Raiders in the first half were awful. They were average. They were sloppy. They were all over the place, weren't they?
Yeah, like I don't understand what was happening because luckily they won Raiders still, but at the start they were just making errors and getting found out defense was not good.
Yeah, it was sloppy, mate. Newcastle had a good first half and then they just faded away. They just couldn't hold on, and I think half time came at a bad time for the Knights. Really. Try scorers from the game. So from Newcastle, try scorers to Edric Lee. He scored the first try of the game. Then there was try to Dominic Young. Dominic Young got a double. Edric Lee got a double as well. And Brayley got one as well before half time. And for Canberra, tries to Sebastian Chris, Jordan Rapana. Chris got a double. And then Hudson Young, individual brilliance. And then Jack White at the end with about 8 to go to seal the game. This second half was entertaining, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was really entertaining because I think Raiders actually put up a fight, which probably made the game a bit better. But like if you're a Knights fan and you turn up to a Sunday footy game where it's a packed Newcastle, because usually it's packed in Newcastle, and you see that performance of it choking, and yeah, that's really sad, and that's awful for Knights.
Yeah, Newcastle got it's been a tough year for Newcastle, mate. They've had the whole Caroline Ponga drama. They've had all sorts of issues going on there last couple of weeks, and they had a nice lead there in front of the home crowd, 16,000 this afternoon. And the fact of the matter is, they weren't able to hold on at the end. They just couldn't hold on. It was quite disappointing.
Yeah, very disappointing for sure, and that just pretty much seals their year, to be honest.
Well, the Raiders keep their season alive, mate. It was a great comeback win, and their season's still alive. They're now 9th on the ladder. They're 1 game out. Fuck me, Brisbane, Souths, and the Roosters will be a little bit nervous with Canberra 1 game behind them, but that for and against might end up being a very crucial part of this, hey?
Yeah, I think so, and I think, well, obviously we talked about this back on Wednesday, but the whole draft system, like you said, was something I wouldn't mind. If that was to be.
Oh, you mean the play-in system that I came up with?
Yeah, that yeah, because if for and against is the difference at the end, then yeah,
I hate that. I really do.
Yeah, like last year too,
mate. I don't want to jinx it, but Canberra win their last 3. Well, if they win the last 2, I should say, they have a good run, Canberra. They play Manly next week in Canberra.
Lose that one.
And then they finish off with the Tigers at Leichhardt. So they got a good run.
Ooh, yeah. Well, I mean, I think if Broncos drop the game against Parramatta next week and Raiders win the next two, then that's where it could really
Well,
change.
Brisbane play Parramatta, and they finish off with the Dragons. Rabbitohs take on the Cowboys and Roosters, and the Roosters take on the Storm and the Rabbitohs. So there's so many possibilities that can still happen, bro. It's crazy.
Yeah, that which makes it exciting at the end of the day. It really does.
A lot can happen between now and then as well. Mate, some of the referee calls in this game were ridiculous. What about the Corey Horsburgh? He got penalised for a for a push or something. It was putting kick pressure on him.
Yeah, and you're allowed to do that. Like that was an attempted tackle as well, and they gave that on report to him and a penalty. That was just so stupid. That was awful.
Yeah, look, I was filthy about that. I was fucking really pissed off about that. I couldn't believe what I was watching there. But in the end, the Raiders, they had to play for their season in that second half, and it was a remarkable comeback, and they did what they had to do, and they got the result, and that they can still play finals if they keep winning. So good on them.
Yeah, definitely. Well, big couple of weeks ahead for them.
Mate, who was your top three on ground B from the Newcastle-Canberra game?
Number 3, I'm going to go with Hudson Young. I thought Hudson Young was really good for Canberra again today. Number 2, probably Edric Lee, because he got a couple of tries today. And my man of the match is Sebastian Kris. He had put one of his best games all year.
Yeah, no, I like it. Number 3, I'm going to go with Joseph Tarpany. I thought he was fantastic once again. He just keeps getting better and better, that bloke. Number 2, Hudson Young, again. He's got X factor about him, and he can change a game by himself. He's that good. He's a great back rower. He's definitely top 10 back rower this season. He's having a great year. And man of the match, I'm also going Sebastian Kris. He was all over Dane Gagai. He had a fantastic game, Sebastian Kris. He's my man of the match.
Good to see. He was fantastic.
Absolutely. Well, mate, round 23 is now over. Round 24 it's going to be a huge round next week.
Oh, yeah. Like some of the games there are just going to be so vital.
Mate, there's some huge games. Broncos, Parramatta, which I'll be at. Storm and Roosters is a big game. Rabbitohs, Cowboys. 3 huge games there next week.
Games that I think go either way as well. So it'll be interesting to see who all going with on Tuesday.
100%. Well, Pro Enzo Vids, thanks for coming on the Sunday Football Review, mate. I really appreciate your time tonight.
Yeah, no worries. And, better day of footy, I reckon. So,
a lot better than yesterday. I couldn't agree more with you, mate. But everyone, that's going to wrap up the Sunday Football Review. If you enjoyed tonight's review, make sure you like and subscribe to the channel. Go subscribe to the YouTube channel Pro Enzo Vids if you haven't already. Anyway, we're getting out of here, guys. Like, subscribe. Good night, and we'll see you guys in the next one.
Later.